Hi everyone, welcome to Visual Sculpt. Today we'll go over using Mixamo animations in Daz Studio. We'll cover how to modify the skeleton and which settings to use for export and import. This workflow tackles problems other methods may overlook and gives you the most accurate results. Let's get started. To begin, we'll need to simplify the character so Mixamo can correctly process it. First, all extra objects should be removed. These extras can introduce unneeded or duplicate bones, so remove everything to be safe. This includes attached body and hair parts that come default in G8 and G9, like the eyes, mouth, brows, etc. Expanding the whole skeleton, you can see the number of bones used, but Mixamo will only process a portion of these. Mixamo won't recognize an incompatible bone structure, so many bones need to be deleted first. If you try to delete bones here, you won't see any option to do so. In order to manually delete any bones, the joint editor must be active. Then, to delete a bone, right-click in the viewport to find the option. However, Daz only allows one bone at a time to be deleted, and this process can be very time-consuming. Here's what the compatible bone structure will look like for both G8 and G9. Once the bones are deleted, we need to update the rotation order for the upper arms. Click this icon to show tool settings if you don't already have this tab visible. In the Active Tool dropdown, select the joint editor if not currently active. Select the bones, upper arms on G9, and shoulder bends on G8, and change the rotation order from XYZ to XZY. Now the character can be exported. And export as an FBX file. Set the format to FBX 2020 binary. Make sure that Include Figures, Allow Degraded Skinning, and Allow Degraded Scaling are all enabled. All other options are disabled. I created something to automate the process for both G8 and G9. This quickly removes bones, sets rotation orders, and exports with proper settings. This tool is available on my Gumroad page if you would like to support me. Open Mixamo and load the file that was made. Check your character in the preview and make sure it looks correct. When you find an animation you want, press the download button. Default settings are good to use. Just make sure the skin drop-down is set to with skin. If with skin is not set, the bone order won't be correct when importing back into Daz. Import the FBX file. Only the animation box needs to be enabled. The bottom dialog box should show no issues. Test your animation. If everything looks good, save the animation as a pose preset. Now you can apply this pose preset to any of your characters that use the same skeleton type. If a message about exceeding limits shows, turn the limits off for the best result. Keep in mind, you'll also need to change the rotation order on any character the pose preset is used on and for the rotation fix to be fully applied. Once done, your animations should match how they look in Mixamo. If you import to Mixamo and it looks off, just re-import the file again. Sometimes Mixamo doesn't process it correctly the first time. My automation tool also includes some debugging and error messages to help troubleshoot conversion or export hiccups. And there you have it. A workflow to access the thousands of free Mixamo animations for use in Daz Studio. Let me know in the comments if you'll be using Mixamo in your upcoming Daz projects. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next tutorial. See you next time!